We have prepared a sample coronavirus FAQ chatbot that comes with a predefined set of questions and answers. You could adopt the chatbot, make some changes to it, and provide it to your employees. This video is based on a two-part series of articles that walks you through the steps required to make the coronavirus FAQ chatbot match your company needs. The intention of this video is for you to follow along with me. Feel free to pause and resume the video to follow the steps that I'm showing to you on the screen. Okay, let's get started then. If you're new to NativeChat, you need to register an account. Go to the URL that you see on the screen, or you can find the same URL in the description under the video, which will take you to our registration page. In here, provide us with your email address, add your password and confirm it, and give your name, company details, your job title. Also, we will need your phone number and check in the relevant checkboxes and press sign up. This should do two things for you. One, it should create your new account, and two, it should create the coronavirus FAQ chatbot project. In case the coronavirus FAQ project didn't get created for you, or you already had an account with NativeChat before you open this video, you can easily create the coronavirus FAQ chatbot yourself. Just go to the home page and then press plus new bot, select the coronavirus FAQ, give it a name, and then press create bot. And this will create the chatbot for you with all the questions and answers that you should get out of the box by default. Now that we have a working project, we could very quickly test it with various inputs. So let's ask the chatbot, what is COVID-19? And we get a very nice answer in here. We could also ask, can I work from home? And it appears that I can. And I can also say that I have some questions about travel. It will give me a list of available questions in this category, so I can choose personal travel or see answers about book travel, and the chat will respond with appropriate answers. And then I can say that is all, and it will stop repeating those questions. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this chatbot comes with a predefined set of questions and answers that you can take advantage of. And those questions are divided into a set of categories. So we have a COVID-19 type of questions, some finance questions, questions about meetings, about travel or working from home arrangement. So if we have a look quickly at the travel Q&A, you can see there are 5 questions here, one about booked travel. So in here you have different ways of asking the same question or expressions that should be matched. And then below we have an answer that gets displayed to the user when the chatbot matches one of those question hints. And we have a bunch of other questions that are available in this category. I will encourage you to actually review all of them. And we can come back to the rest of the categories by just clicking over here. If at any point you lose sight of the question answering page and you wonder how to get back to it, the easiest thing to do is basically go to dashboard, and then in here we have the question answering section, and this will take us back to the question answering page. Although the questions and answers that you get out of the box provide you with a good starting point, you still need to update them to match your company's message. So let's update one of them. I'm going to go to Meetings Q&A, and in here we have 3 different Q&As. I'll pick our event status, and you can see this Q&A has 4 triggering expressions. So let's add a couple of more. So let's add one saying, what happened to sales kickoff? And another one, what happened to startup? And when I save, we'll instruct the chatbot to learn these 2 new expressions, and we'll be able to say, what happened to sales kickoff? And you can see the chatbot responds with some answer. We could also update this answer by changing this in the answers text box. So let's modify it slightly and say, all upcoming live events are cancelled. And we can add this little code that says, new line, which basically creates a new speech bubble for the rest of the text that I'm going to paste in here, and I can press save changes. So let's try to trigger this conversation one more time. by saying something like status of start up. And you can see now the answer is divided into two speech bubbles and actually provides the new answer that I just added. We can also add a new Q&A to any of the categories that are available in here. So let's add one by pressing the add a question. And now we just have to provide a few ways of triggering this Q&A. So we'll have one that is video conferencing, then what to use for video calls, how to make a conference call, can I use Zoom, can I use Microsoft Teams. Then we have to specify a group name. A group name is an easy way to kind of identify what is this Q&A really about. So I am going to say calls. And then finally, we need to provide with an answer. And when I save the changes, after a moment, we can test this new Q&A and say, can I use Zoom? What to use for a conference call? And the chatbot will twice respond with the answer that we trained it to provide. The final thing that we can do with those Q&As, of course, is removing those we don't want anymore. So if you click on the trash icon next to any of those Q&As, we will get a little prompt, and when I press delete, this Q&A will disappear. So now if I try to say again what to use for a conference call, the chatbot will not have an answer to this specific question. And just like that, you have created your first chatbot. I'm sure this chatbot will be very useful to your employees. However, your job is not done yet. Now, you should update the existing questions, remove those that you don't need, and add any missing questions. If you're interested in taking your chatbot to the next level, there is a second part of this tutorial coming up, which will teach you how to manage Q&A categories, as in how to add or remove them, and also how to add and remove the list of possible questions when you say something like, I have a travel question.